I don't know how to intro. Usually what people do is they'll have a really bad intro, right? They don't know how to intro. Yeah. So then they'll like talk about it to the person that they're doing the video with, and then do something super weird and awkward, and then they'll cut and go boop, and then it'll go into the actual intro. Hello. Welcome. My name's Martyn. I'm 20 years old. This is my sister.
What up? Michaela.
I posted on my Instagram asking for YouTube video ideas for my first YouTube video, and I got a lot of vlogs, workout routines, Q&A, and all that stuff. So I figured I'd start with a Q&A so the viewers can get to know me. I'm most known for acting. Whoa. Fancy.
Whoa, Nelly.
In a show called Anne with an E.
Shut the front door.
Go watch that, because it's a show and you'll like it. Alright.
What are your plans for the future?
Potentially continue with acting, and then potentially work in another field. Overall, travel more. Go with that.
You know, the answer was, I could keep with acting.
Or I could not.
Or I could do something completely different that's not acting. But I know I want to travel. What's your favorite animal?
Monkey is climbing.
What's your favorite meal?
Cereal. It's good enough for me.
How tall are you?
I'm short. I am 5'8".
Don't be embarrassed. What's your biggest fear?
Snakes. Because how do you fight a snake?
That's true.
Nobody knows.
When's your birthday?
February 23rd, 2000.
Apple or Samsung?
Android, Samsung. Until Apple puts USB-C charging in.
Fave childhood memory. What's your favorite childhood memory?
Just out on the street, like playing Manhunt and soccer with my friends. And FIFA. And Modern Warfare 2. Shout out to Rust. 1v1 me. Quick scopes only.
That's like bringing back memories. What is an unusual talent?
I'm unusually awkward.
What's one of your life goals?
To make my kids better than me.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
How profound, dude.
Whoa, I'm so woke.
What's your favorite album or artist?
I listen to so many songs from
we'll
so
just
many
do
different people.
Right now, at the moment, today being, what day is it today? March.
Way to date it. Whoa. I really like Rainbow Kitten Surprise right now.
I know.
She showed me.
I did.
She showed me the song.
RKS.
She showed me the first song, and I kind of listened to more of their music.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're like a retro 21 Pilots.
What's one of your favorite movies?
The Dark Knight, just because of the Joker. That's probably not my favorite movie though.
It's a good one though.
It's a good one.
Heath Ledger.
I like The Departed a lot. Because what a cast.
What's your favorite sport?
American football. Have to specify that.
Yeah.
Because I said football before. I mean American. Oh wait, or snowboarding.
Yeah.
Or like surfing. But those are like alone sports. If it's a team sport.
I mean, I like watching football rather than play on TV. But, Favorite subject during school, and what was your least favorite subject during school?
Are we talking elementary or high school? Elementary favorite was gym. Least favorite was French geography. I took geography and French.
That hurt my heart. Yeah. Going back to that reminded me that I did French geography too. That was bad.
Yeah, not fun. If we're talking high school, favorite? I really liked high school physics. Because it was like super logical and made a lot of sense. Or high school computer engineering. They had courses that I'm still doing stuff from that now in university. It's so helpful. Least favorite would have been chemistry. Not a chemistry guy, no.
What do you like about acting?
I like pretending to be other people. Kind of getting in their head.
What do you like to do in your free time? What's a nice, good hobby?
Well, if it's not some sort of sport, so like snowboarding or surfing or something, if I'm in a place where I can do so. I like to play games. I like to code stuff sometimes, maybe little mini projects. Hang out with friends, listen to music. Oh, go to the gym. That's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
I like the gym.
What would you say to your past self?
Form an opinion. Because, like, I never used to have an opinion. I would kind of only go based off of what other people liked.
Like when you were younger?
Yeah. So it would be like, oh, you like this? Well, it must be good. I'll just like that. So then it was really trippy when two people that I looked up to, like my siblings, liked different stuff.
But like I was always right.
Yeah.
Okay, what's one actor or actress you'd love to work with?
Leo DiCaprio, for sure. What a dude. If it was
What a guy.
Right? If it was a girl,
Yeah.
I should do a girl one.
Ooh. Oh, I know mine. Margot
I was literally thinking Margot Robbie.
So basically the cast of Wolf of Wall
Yeah, literally the whole
Street.
cast. Yeah, like Jonah Hill would be great
Yeah.
too. Matthew McConaughey.
Yes, Matthew
Yeah,
McConaughey.
I know you like Matthew McConaughey.
Love Matthew McConaughey. I don't know why this one is in here, but do you have a girlfriend?
Sometimes I like to look in the mirror and pretend. It's a good time. Me and my reflection.
Okay, name one thing that you're pretty good at and one thing that you're bad at.
I'm really bad at skating, and I'm good at snowboarding, I'd like to think.
Do you have any pets?
We have cats. This is Leo, that's Kobe. Rest in peace.
Okay, if you weren't an actor, what would you be?
Computer engineer.
Why?
I've always been curious as to how we go from like raw elements like silicon and copper and whatever. We throw it all together, and then now you have an artificial image on the screen.
Alright, when was your first kiss?
I think I was like 8 or 9 at a camp in a slide of a park. And it was like one of those where it was like the girl still had cooties, right? So you wanted to kiss her because it was like, oh, you kissed a girl?
Oh, like you couldn't touch her.
But it was like, bruh, she got cooties though.
Are you in school or are you working?
I'm in school right now for computer engineering. Thank you.
Where do you live?
Ontario, which is a province in Canada.
Okay, so now moving on to Anne.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna move on to Anne. What is one of your favorite lines from Anne?
Woof.
Yeah.
Arf. That was pretty jokes.
Woof. How did you get casted on Anne?
I auditioned.
How did you get the audition?
Basically,
Yeah.
how it works is I have an agent, love you Sherry, and casting agencies or directors reach out to her and go, I need someone who looks like this, who generally fits this criteria, between this age range, whatever.
Boy,
and
girl, female, yeah.
and then she'll just send everyone that she has who fits that criteria, and then we all audition. Yeah, I was in the audition room. I auditioned and then I got a call back and I was like, really? Because originally just the description was dumb, naive, like mean person. I've never really been a mean person before. Nor have I been like played stupid. Like I don't really think I have that like dopey look. I don't know, maybe.
I to me you do. Now you've never really played anybody like
Yeah.
like that. Crazy. Dense. Never really played a dense person.
Don't be thick, Shane.
What is the top thing that you miss from Anne?
The fight scenes. Doing those fight scenes was super fun.
Okay, if you could choose any role to play, what would it be?
In like anything in general.
Yeah.
Probably like an insane person, or someone who's like in a deep depression. So someone who's either overly, not necessarily exaggerated, but can kind of get away with any actions, and then someone who everything's internalized. Oh, you can't do that. That's not, no, no.
What do you like most and least about Billy, and what would you change?
I like his unquestioned blind aggression. I think it's fun to do. Least, I like, I hate his stupidity. I don't like being naive. It just comes across as weird to me.
Okay, so this one I'm kind of gonna ask hand in hand with the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So so the first question was like, was it hard to be a bully?
Yeah.
And then also, what was your first reaction to what Billy does to Josie in season 3?
Was it hard to be a bully? It wasn't necessarily hard. A lot of it was the same, like especially in the early seasons, it was like, look over at Anne and give her a scowl. And then bark once or twice. And then call her an orphan here and there. Actually, in one of the scenes, the first scene that I really like threatened her, she says something about my sister. So obviously, the natural thing to do would be for me to go over there and then threaten to beat her up. Obviously.
Yeah, you've never done that in real life.
Excuse me. That's the first reaction that I do. I was holding a stick, and I was like threatening to beat her with a stick. I took that out. Yeah, I guess they wanted it to be
PG.
that was a little too much. Which I think it was a little too much. You said something. I heard that you said something through someone. I'm gonna now beat you up with a stick.
Impressive. So what was the reaction to...
Yeah, so in Season 3, spoiler alert, but for those who don't know what happens in Season 3, Josie and I are courting. So courting, I didn't know what courting was. I know you do.
It was like courting means, and I'm like, I know.
Yeah, courting's like when you're kind of flirting for like a long time, but it's like very public. Like the town's so small that everyone knows like, ooh, Josie and Billy, they're courting. Well, we both like each other, so I tell her to like sneak out behind a barn one night and come and meet me like without anyone there. And because we kind of both like each other, we were both okay with it. We both kind of wanted to push the boundaries of what was socially acceptable back then, which like hand touching was a huge deal. Yeah. Any contact was a huge deal. So we sneak behind the barn and basically we kiss, and then things escalate from my hand. Yeah. And I just end up like forcing myself on her.
This is what the character.
Yeah.
In Season 3, right?
I guess I should say that in the third person. Billy forces himself on Josie. It just got real serious.
So what was your reaction to finding out that you had to like play that?
So I was in the shower, and my mom comes rushing up the stairs, and she goes, "Christian!" I was like, "Yeah?" She goes, "Do you want to hear some character development for Billy?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, sure." Because the last season ended off with me not shooting the fox, doing one kind of like somewhat, I wouldn't say good thing, but somewhat good thing. Like maybe I'll learn my lesson, maybe I'll turn around. You grope Josie! And I go, wow, okay, that's not what I was expecting. I kind of expected to go in the opposite direction. So that was probably the hardest thing I had to do. No, easily it was the hardest thing I had to do. I'm sure it was much harder for Miranda, who plays Josie, but I didn't like doing that. Yeah, so those are the questions that you guys asked. I think we got most of them. I screenshotted like all the questions that I got, and we went through and we tried to kind of like any questions that were kind of similar, we would blend them into one. But I hope that answered your questions. Hope that gave you a little gist of who I am, a little feel, a little taste. Let's do that again. I hope that answered your questions and gave you a taste of who I am. What I'm gonna do on this channel, to be honest, I have no idea. I've had some ideas of daily vlogs, a Q&A, so knock that one out. I've had some interesting ideas too, like food challenges, dance challenges. I don't know, I'm not a dancer. I don't know. I've had a couple of interesting ones though too that I will definitely think about doing in the future. So comment below, I guess, if you want to see anything particular or anything interesting, and maybe I'll go and make a video about it. You can find me on Instagram at Christian Martyn. It'll be down in the description, and I think it's like on my cover page or on my channel somewhere, so you can follow me there if you want.
You can also follow my Insta.
Yeah, you can follow her too. I'll throw it down there. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is. Peace. She's gonna be a meme one day. Make it happen.